Hi, this is T.H. Culhane for Envisaj Mercy, the Mercy College Environmental Sustainability and Justice Club. And we have been discussing in class Chapter 18 of Whitcott's Environmental Science, the science behind the stories. The science behind the stories. And in Chapter 18, Figure 18.1 has this model green building, and it shows the various things that you would need if you wanted to have an ecologically friendly experience as an inhabitant of the planet Earth. And of course there's the photovoltaic panels on the roof there. Now, in my estimation, those are too few to power an entire house, but it's symbolic. And then they have the vacuum tube solar hot water panels, and they've got the green roof down here, and various other things like xeriscape gardening and the use of shade awnings and deciduous trees. We're trying to do something similar for real at Mercy College, but before we build a real Center for Sustainable Practice on our campus, we need to model it. And we're going to be building down here in parking lot R. Here is the actual campus, and we're right now here in the library area of the main campus. Then there's the the baseball field, and then there's this parking lot R, the resident parking lot down by the Hudson River. And down there, here, we will hopefully soon have a shed that will go down there. And this shed will have photovoltaics on it, and then another part of the shed will have solar vacuum tubes on it. So to show that, we've built this actually functioning shed that has on it 3 fragments of a solar panel. And it's because they broke, and so we took 3 of the broken fragments that still have the tab wires. And if you know anything about photovoltaic panels, you know that each cell produces a half a volt, 0.5 volts. And if you break them, like this one, the fragments will also produce half a volt. So while this entire cell produced a half a volt, broken, this part produces half a volt, and so does this. So by taking 3 sections that are similar size, which is relative to the current that they'd put out, and wiring them in series from negative, which is the blue side, to positive, which is the gray side, to negative to positive, we've created a single solar array that produces 1.5 volts, and that's the equivalent of the voltage that would be put out by a single AA battery. Now, normally that would not light a 3-volt LED, and so we use a Joule thief circuit, which we have in here. The torus is taped there with a little NPN transistor and a resistor. That's all a Joule thief is a torus wrapped in wire with an NPN transistor and a resistor. And we've got that Joule thief circuit hooked up to the input and the output of the photovoltaics and then to the LED. And it does work, even though it's not sunny right now. You can see when I shine a light, even though it's very dim, you can see they can see it now, maybe a little bit better. Yeah. So you can see that the light is going on as I'm shining the light on it here. So we do have a functional little solar panel. And when the sun is shining brightly, then that light will go on nice and strong. So this is an exciting moment for us. We're getting into modeling and pre-visualization, and the fact that we are able to make something functional that actually uses real photovoltaics and has a real effect through the Joule thief is exciting. So check back with us as we add more pieces to our Sustainability Center puzzle. We'll have the biodigester going in there. In fact, I can share that with you right now because that piece is done. We will have, at some point, we will have a Pusheen 10 cubic meter biodigester down there, turning all of our cafeteria waste. We may even have 2, so we'd have 20 cubic meters, turning the cafeteria waste into gas that collects in a fiberglass gas holder. And so the slurry food waste goes in here, and the fertilizer comes out here, and it'll fertilize these gardens. And we'll also endeavor to have a windmill that'll go somewhere like that. So it's beginning to shape up, and it's really cool. This windmill doesn't turn, but maybe I'll find a little windmill that does, and have that going here. And then pretty soon people will be able to see what we're talking about when we talk about the Center for Sustainable Practice, not just preach, here at Mercy College.